And we are started.
Whoa.
What's going on out there, YouTube?
Hey, you Tizzle.
Oh, Lord. This is SEL 0320. Representing JVS. Got my lovely life.
Your lovely life. I am the love of your life.
Exactly. That's you did there. You saw that, right?
Whatever.
Yeah, we're about to go, as you can tell by the titles, top 10 list of 2017. I'm going to be doing also a top 20 while I'm doing this, just because reality is this, full disclosure, you guys. There's a slew of movies that I've yet to see, about a good 30 movies from this sheet alone right here.
So we're going to be binge watching movies for the next 5 days of the year.
That I haven't seen. So
we may revisit this list.
This list will change for me. I can definitely say that.
I can't guarantee you that my list will change, but we shall see, because I want to see Coco.
Like, I haven't seen I, Tonya, haven't seen Mudbound, haven't seen Detroit, haven't seen Wind River, haven't seen Lady Bird. So I'm pretty sure
Or Molly's Game.
Or Molly's Game.
We're going to see that soon.
So this list will change. I just want to give you guys right now, current, our top 10 list. So I'm going to go, and Alicia's going to give you guys her top 10 list. So here we go. I'll start from the bottom and go up. Number 20. Sword Art Online, Ordinal Scale. I had such a fun time with that anime movie. We saw it twice in movie theaters, right? And I haven't bought it yet, but I'm gonna buy it.
You don't have to, babe.
I want to.
Let's save money.
No. The Fate of the Furious, the latest Fast and Furious movie. I thought it was a very fun ride, very emotional. I think Vin Diesel brought it in that movie. He did a really good job with it. Imperial Dreams, John Boyega, his son. This movie was actually done 2 years ago, but they finally released it on Netflix. Netflix has been on the come up as far as the movie game, and I thought this was a really emotional, impactful film, and I really appreciate it. Number 17 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Self-explanatory. They had one of the best Marvel villains to me, and Michael Keaton's Vulture. I thought he did a great job.
I love Michael Keaton, man. Speaking of Michael, this is random. I know he's on the list, but we can take a break. For Christmas Day, we watched Batman with Michael Keaton.
Right. Batman Returns.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton, you're a gem.
He is one of the best, if not the best, Batman ever. Next on my list is Patriots Day. This is about the Boston massacres and the explosion that happened. Mark Wahlberg does an amazing job in the performance. A great ensemble. Very emotionally impactful. It was a great film. I think she's best sneeze.
I'm gonna walk out from
Okay. She's gonna be okay, you guys. If you hear her, she's okay. It don't sound good, but she's okay. Next, number 15 is Wonder Woman. Definitely a hit. I think 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, maybe 92. Self-explanatory as far as the action, as far as the engagement, the chemistry between Gal Gadot, Chris Pine. Chris Pine, for me, was one of the best parts about Wonder Woman. And I thought it was just a really good movie in general. Number 14, Murder on the Orient Express. A great ensemble. One of the most interesting murder mysteries. It wasn't Clue. It did have its faults, but I thought it was a very engaging film. And I actually really appreciate it. I thought it was really good. Wonder. Alicia brought me to the movie theaters to see that when we were in Florida. And I loved it. I thought it was a really good, emotionally driven film. I appreciated the young actor. He actually did Room. And I thought he did a really good job in that movie. Thor Ragnarok, probably one of the funniest movies this year, ironically. And definitely it was a fun film. I thought he did a really good job with Thor Ragnarok. The Big Sick. The Big Sick came close to getting on my top 10.
What number are you on?
I'm on number 11. This is number 11. The Big Sick came close to getting on my top 10. But it just didn't make it. But I thought it was great. I thought it was definitely funny, but emotional. And it felt real. And it turns out it was very much so real, based on a true story about the main actor. So that was really... Now, top 10. I'm going to go ahead and speed past this and stop giving y'all a bunch of dialogue and exposition. It's a tie for number 10 in Dunkirk and Baby Driver. I thought that Baby Driver was one of the funnest and funniest movies this year, but I thought it was a great film overall. And Dunkirk, I thought it was one of the best visual movies this year. I don't know about as far as the performances or the acting, but it was an experience. Like, I legit was freaking out in the movie theaters. Ironically, my number 9, Star Wars The Last Jedi. I know that's going to trigger some people. Some of you guys did not like The Last Jedi, but I actually really enjoyed it. And the more I watched it 3 times now, my ranking has gone up. I was really enthralled with what Rian Johnson did with it, and I really appreciated it. My number 8, Logan. Self-explanatory. Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart do probably the best performances of their characters of a lifetime. And I think it's probably going to get nominated for at least Best Picture, for sure. Split. Man, I wanted it higher on the ranking, but it was like, it came out in January.
What number is Split for you?
Split is number 7 for me. It came out in January of this year. I think it's going to get skipped over, unfortunately, during the awards. But I think that was James McAvoy's best performance ever. And I think that he should get nominated for Best Actor. The Shape of Water.
Number 6.
Number 6 for me. Shape of Water was actually a really good movie, but it's one of the most beautiful immersional movies I've seen. I think Michael Shannon does a great job with his acting performance, but Hawkins does an original job as somebody that is deaf, and just she emotes throughout the screen. I thought she did a really good job. War for the Planet of the Apes is number 5, and that I wanted it to be higher, but these other films, they just were higher for me, and I loved everything about War for the Planet of the Apes. It was great. It was great. I'm curious to see where it is on her list. Number 4 is Your Name. If you haven't seen this movie, you owe it to yourself to see it. I'm not going to explain anything about it. It is emotional.
It is.
The concept of time is so impactful in this film, but it's great. The performances are great. It's a beautiful film. You should definitely check it out. Number 3. Number 3. It. I loved it. I thought that
you loved it. Nah.
Bill Skarsgård did one of the best villains this year. All the kids, everybody that was involved, they poured themselves into the roles, and I just thought it was one of the best films this year, honestly. Number 2. What is it gonna be? Yeah, get out of here, cause Get Out. I love what Jordan Peele did with this film. I thought it was one of the smartest films this year, and definitely the most engaging out of everything I've seen this year. And last but not least, my number 1. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be?
1.
You don't know what it is?
1.
Yeah, we're gonna stop. Blade Runner 2049. I thought this was the best visual experience this year. I thought the story was tight. I can't believe how much Blade Runner I immersed myself into, but I looked at the final cut, looked at the 2 anime films, and I just loved everything about it. I thought Ryan Gosling did great. I thought that Harrison Ford did his best job as the character, and I just thought it was the best defined movie this year. And that might change. We'll see. All right, babe, what's yours?
All right, so mine
What's
is
your number 10?
very different. Granted, we are different people. Bless him. He's a gem.
I'm a crystal gem.
We.
No,
Okay,
we're not
sorry.
doing this.
Number 10 for me was John Wick 2. It was great. Keanu Reeves, Common, greatness, loved it. Number 9 for me was Spider-Man Homecoming. I really enjoyed that film. Like he said, Michael Keaton, bomb. Number 9. Number 8, keeping with the Marvel trend, is Thor Ragnarok, which is crazy to me because it's the movie I did not want to see.
We need to do it. One of us.
He dragged me to that screening, screaming. 7. I'm on 7? Yeah. 7 was Sword Art Online, Ordinal Scales.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's an anime show that they made a movie, and I was like, this is bomb. Counting backwards is challenging. Number 6, Patriots Day. That movie was really, really great. Like, it was one of those movies, like, you knew what happened, you knew how it was gonna end, but they did a beautiful job of like telling the story. Like, it was kind of like getting the perspective of different people throughout, and even getting the perspective like of the bombers. Like, it was really like a wow. Like, it was so much going on. That was a really great movie.
Yeah.
Number 5 for me is Wonder. I love that movie. I love the book. I was initially challenged with whether or not it was gonna be good. It's like, what are they gonna do? Like, it was such a great book, but I really enjoyed the movie. Number 4 for me, Split. Which Split was something that Samuel made me watch because I did not want to watch it. But I think what made it, what was helpful for me is that I watched, what's the Unbreakable?
Yeah.
I watched Unbreakable first.
And I gotta tell this real quick though, because it was tricky, because I told her to watch Unbreakable, but I didn't let her know why.
He didn't.
I didn't tell her why. I was just like, you gotta watch this, honey, you gotta see this. And then I just told her it was made by the same dude. And she had no idea it was gonna connect.
And then and I was like, oh, that's Mr. Glass. Oh, and I was like, Mr. Glass. Oh, it's great. And then I saw it. What? Anyway, Split. Number 3. And a lot of these are movies that he forced me to see because I kind of, number 3 is similar to number 2 in that I thought these movies were going to be scary, so I didn't see it. So number 3 for me is Get Out. Get Out was amazing. Like, there's so many different aspects of that movie that people like didn't see or that they glossed over. Like, there was so many like innuendos and undertones. It was like it was more than just, if you just saw that movie, you just say, oh, this is the story of blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to spoil it in case you didn't see it. But if you was like, oh, this is the story, blah, 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 you missed it. Like, you have to, like, think about it and go through. Anyway, great. Number 2 for me. Number 2. Oh, and wow. This is a strong 2. And
I'm surprised that's not your number 1.
Get off my list.
All right.
Number 2 for me was The Big Sick. That movie, like, if there's a rom-com to see, The Big Sick is it. Like, it was like, we laughed. Like, there's parts where you want to cry because you're like, oh my gosh. But then it's like, the comedic notes bring you back. But it's like, the other part, like, it just felt like, I don't know. Real rap, I'm not a rom-com girl because they normally seem whack to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't she call? Why didn't she check her answer machine? Like, oh, they passed on the corner. Like, they're very corny to me. But The Big Sick was really good because you watch and you're like, dang, like, I see how this could happen. Like, and it's like, it's based on the comedian's true story. So it's like you feel the realness of it. And then number 1, the best movie of 2017, hands down. Hands down. And we still have a slew of movies that we need to watch in the next 6 days. But I doubt that my number 1 will change. Whatever else may change. But I do not think there's a movie in 2017 that is better than War the Planet of the Apes. That movie had it all. It had the action. It had the emotion. It had the story. Like, bruh, when that man came in and killed all of that family, and you were like, the baby, you got the man's wife, you got his kid, you got his son, and then you see the baby made it, you like, bruh. I started the War the Planet of the Apes, and I was like, all I'm saying is, Caesar White better not die. I started the movie, when we were sitting in the movie, we went to the screening. And I was sitting next to this lady who had never seen the other movie.
No, you said 2 things. You said Caesar better not die.
I said Caesar and his baby better not, his woman better not die, because his woman was a rider. So I'm sitting next to this lady, I'm like, she had never seen the movie. I said, ma'am, I can't tell you what's going to happen. All I'm going to say is, if Caesar die, or if his wife die, I'm done. She died like first 15 minutes. The lady was like, I was like, man, the lady was like, are you okay? Anyway, War the Planet of the Apes, best movie, hands down. So we have a few more movies to watch. That's probably your food.
Yeah.
So we gotta go.
Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed our top 10 and top 20 list. These are gonna change. Talk to y'all later. Peace, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.